a big thank you to everybody for joining me on this vlog. I am doing another garden vlog because it's coming up to spring and there is so much to do. But today I'm going to get down and very, very dirty because I am going to change my storeroom. I did a vlog a few months ago about changing my plastic shed into a storeroom for food and my preserved items. It worked and it didn't work. It didn't do so well when it was really warm. It did sweat in there a little bit, but everything was fine. Had my pumpkins in there, had the beetroot, some potatoes and some Swedes. All of that stayed really well. And then we had a couple of really heavy frosts and it must have just got in there to a temperature that was not happy. So I did lose a couple of pumpkins and I did lose some potatoes. I have managed to get rid of the pumpkins that were in there. However, I didn't quite realise at the time that that had happened. So it's a little bit gross in there. So I've left it and I haven't wanted to do it, but I have got a tip run booked today. So now is the time to change it. So I'm not just cleaning out the shed, I'm actually going to rearrange it all. So I need more space in the greenhouse to start my potatoes. I've been chitting away and they are ready to come into the greenhouse. I won't be putting them outside yet, it's far too soon. I will be doing my first earlies in the greenhouse and that is where they will stay. And I've got two really big black barrels which they will be going into in the greenhouse. And as you can see around me, I've got this germination station here, I've got another one on the other side, I've got rack in here, rack in there, a pot and table behind me, trees in here. I've got 4 trees in here and it is only a small greenhouse, so I don't really know how I'm coping, to be honest. That's what I'm going to do with the shed today. So it's going to be stinky, thank goodness you don't have to smell that. Probably going to put a mask on because I have a terrible gag reflex. Everything's still looking fantastic. Look at that for a cabbage ready to go out. Yesterday I brought out a tray, which I can't open for you, here. So these are to be germinated in the cold. I say cold. It was 16 degrees when I got in here about half an hour ago. I've got the window wide open, so now it's only 13. And inside the greenhouse is 16. So the greenhouses inside the greenhouses are doing their thing, which is fantastic, which is exactly what I want. So it's keeping things 2, sometimes even 3 degrees warmer in there, especially when the zips are down, than what it is if I have them just on the racking. So yeah, everything's looking good. Oh, I did pick up some bits though. This is Morrison's 3 for 2, a blackberry bush. That is actually going to go into a pot though, so I can maintain and manage it, and it's going to go in the bird area. And then I picked up another one of these in the 3 for 2. I've already got one quite well established one at the allotment, but this one has got some green shoots on it already. Let's hold that down a bit. So I'm not sure if I'm going to again have this in the garden. So I've got one in the garden as well. I'm trying to avoid pots, but I'm also running out of space where I would put this, because in a year's time some of my blueberry bushes are going to have to come out of the raised bed and go into the salad bed, and I'll have both of those as blueberry containers. I didn't do that yet purely on the basis that there was no need to, because they were very, very small when I put them in. And I got my favourite, and look how well that is doing. So I put some bare roots in my waterfall beds this year, literally, I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks ago now, and obviously they're not going to flower this year, so they've got to become established, and I don't want to have a garden without a loop in, so I thought I will pick that one up. And then I picked up another one of these, and this is beautiful. Look at that. And off we go. For anyone who hasn't seen any of my vlogs before, my name is Claire and I live in Wiltshire. I have a home garden and an allotment plot in Wiltshire, and thank you for coming along for the ride. I hope you're enjoying that clean. I got covered in gunk. There was broken glass. I was not impressed about how this unit drawer had fallen through from the second drawer down all the way to the bottom, smashing one of my larger jars that I use for my canning. So I was super annoyed at that point. There was a lot of swearing during this, which is why I decided to put music over. And why does cleaning always look fun when it's sped up? I do like a cleaning time lapse, I must admit. So that is the shed emptied. Like I said, I've got units I'm going to put in there, but really I'm not going to do that until we've done the tip run. So I've got a clear path of exactly what I want, because I'm going to put my tool station in there as well, which is a really heavy set of drawers. So I've got to clear what's on top of it to bring it. However, I don't think I've got enough space left to go to the tip. So once the garage is clear, then it gives me more space to put more stuff in bags ready for the next tip run. That is the plan. Now it's time for the greenhouse to have a little bit of a makeover, a bit of a deep clean. Well, on one side anyway. The word hoarder springs to mind. What do you think? I do like to store my bits and pieces, don't I? Now this space is nice and empty, I think I'm actually going to go around and take off one of the layers of the what do you call it, insulation, just to add that little bit more light in here for this section. Or shall I leave it? I think I'm just giving myself an extra job to do. I don't need to do that today. It's still going to be chilly in the evenings. Scrap that. So I have got room in here now for 2 of my potato buckets. Now I'm going to use the ones that don't have handles, purely because I want my main crop to go in the ones with handles, because before it gets cold later on in the year, because I'm hoping to have them as a winter harvest, I can then move them into the greenhouse, whereas the big black tubs that I use, I can't do that with, because they are far too heavy to move once they're full. So I'm actually going to bring them in now and just see what they look like. So this one only has 2 holes in it, so I'm going to make a couple more holes in it, because there was an issue with the drainage with these ones, so I'm going to do that again. No idea where my drill is, mind. I need to make sure I'm positioning this where I need to. So that here is great, so I can go back a little bit further and get closer to the edge here. Right. Okay, so the reason why I can put these so far back and in this area, which is currently shady but gets enough light, is purely for the fact that until the actual leaves start coming through, they don't need light, they just need warmth. Okay. Move this forward a little bit. I think around here is perfect. Again, I'm just going to put some more holes in here. And because these are so big, I can put more potatoes in. No, that's not right. Feels a little bit more stable. More stable. Just bring it forward a little bit. That's better. And that gives me a little bit of room down the side as well to pop anything down there that I might need down there. So these buckets are ready for the potatoes. So as you know, I had this, and how I'm going to repurpose this is I'm actually going to wrap this in and around these tubs. So around the outside here is where most of the cold will come from the outside of the greenhouse. So if we were to get another frost, and it was a heavy frost, then I know I've got some protection. I mean, these are pretty close together. So I've got some protection around the back, just to give it that extra little bit of warmth, so the cold that comes from here isn't going to penetrate. So that is the potato buckets in, ready to go. So as you know, I've got trees in here. 1, 2, how many did I say? 4 trees? 4 trees in here ready to go out. I am going to get those out, probably not today because I've got to clear all the stuff I put out there from that racking. So job now, get that racking in that brown shed, get everything on those shelving units. If I still have time to pop the trees out, if I don't, then that can wait until another day because it's not a desperate thing to be done today. Right, so let's go and look at the mess I've made outside. And the sun's shining. I have managed to clear this area here that had a lot of rubbish on it, so that's good. And I've cleared some of the bits on here as well. I couldn't get those pots apart, so I need help with those pots. That's what that mess is. But I'll let the birds come and get the worms out of that. Try and get this racking in. I have a long piece of wood here. Let's see if we can get this in here. Putting everything back in seemed so much faster than getting everything back out. How strange. It was good to find some of the bits I thought I'd lost and some other bits that I didn't even realise I bought though. And I did stop indoors for a couple of minutes because Milo kept crying, so I had to let Milo out. He wanted to come and see me. Some days he's more needy than others. This day he was very, very needy, as you'll see through this video. So because I have quite a few half bags of manure and compost, I'm struggling for places to put them, so I'm actually going to put this one in the potato bag, ready for when I'm putting the potatoes in, and it will actually dry this out a little bit as well. But this is just multi-purpose compost. Okay. Right, so now I'm going to put the pellets away. Okay. You alright? The irrigation soil is dry, so that's going to stay in here. I have got some really, is it wet? Oh no, the manure is actually dry, so I'm actually going to half that in those two as well. So this is from a supermarket, so this is already rotted down, ready to go. Let's take you in for a look. So obviously I didn't do this side, but I have taken some things from there. So I've got some space on a couple of shelves there now. The chicken pellets are down there. The bags that I don't want to get wet are here because they are fully dry. And then in this corner here, I've got the spare tray there. I've got what will be the first early potatoes that will go in. Let me just mix this one around a little bit. So that was quite wet at the bottom of that bag. I didn't realise that. It felt really dry to me. So this is going to take a good few days to dry out. But what I've got to mix in there is some very, very dry topsoil. So yeah, this one's definitely a lot drier. Okay. What's the matter? Milo? What's wrong? Are you telling me to hurry up? Are you telling me to hurry up? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're having a good old sniff because it's all changed. Hey? Come on in. Come on in. Why are you not walking on the floor? For now, that unit is out. The first two potato buckets are in. I'm only going to do these two as earlies. First earlies will go outside. I can also now get on with a little bit more of the painting because I can reach here a little bit better now. This area is all clear now and cleared away. That's what's got to go to the house. That's recycling. So all of this is nice and clear now, and that's a rubbish bag. Okay. So I do feel like I've achieved a lot today. I mean, getting that tip run done, there was a lot of outside bits that needed just to go. So that's all gone now. So that's a really positive thing. So I haven't got lots of that lying around, and the bigger boxes have all gone as well. Obviously, I've got my potato buckets ready. I've brought up anything from the house that needs to go into these greenhouses now, ready to be hardened off. Come and sit up here. Come and say hello to everybody. Not that you can see him, but he's just down here. Let's have a look. He's saying hello, Milo. So yeah, so I'm done now. The brown shed is done. You know, I've still got a lot of things to take in and out of there. When I make up the new raised beds throughout the front, they're in there at the moment. When I need the stain for the fence, that's in there. But it's out of the house now because it was starting to build, and it was definitely building in here how much stuff that I had in here. So it just feels like I can put my arms around now, like hitting a unit, so I don't feel so confined when I'm in here. So yeah, so like I said, next time I'm in here, it's going to be getting 2 out of the 4 trees out, the fig trees that will be going into the garden, possibly even tomorrow. The cherry tree, not yet, because I'm still not 100% sure where I'm putting it. I think I know, but I think I know is very different to I definitely know. As you know, I like to change my mind a lot. He's moved, I can sit down. And then I think once those jobs have been done, because it's really important for me to get the potatoes in soon, but I can't do that until that soil is almost dry, which it definitely isn't. So yeah, so like I said, once those jobs are done, it's then freeing up my time for putting in any of the summer bulbs, because there's some I can put in now, so that's quite good. And I'm also going to try one of the dahlia tricks, putting them into a bag, don't seal it, like a sandwich bag. Pop some really good compost in there, sit the dahlia in there and see if it starts to sprout, just to speed up the process. Keep it indoors in the warm, but again, like I said, don't close it up because it will go mouldy. I'm going to try that with a couple of my dahlias that I have got. I'm also going to try that with my clematis. I've got one coming as a bare root stock, so I'm going to do that as well. Just seen Milo go shooting down the garden because there was a big gust of wind. That was quite funny. But yeah, so I think I'm almost ready. As soon as my back is where it needs to be, I'm going to start that vegetable patch. Right, so I'm going to go in now and try and figure out why some of the seedlings that I planted on have died, all my tomatoes, and reorder some seed with a nice cup of tea. So that is it for today, and the next bit you'll see, hopefully, will be a dry day like this and no more rain. I'm fed up with filming in the rain and getting soaking wet and cold in. I hate that. So I'm going to go in, and hopefully tomorrow or Tuesday I can get out there in the garden and finish off those jobs so I can start another big project. And you never know, it might even be nice enough next week to pop some washing on the line. Wouldn't that be like amazing for the end of February, beginning of March?